Hello, and welcome to the AI Beat, your deep dive into the technologies reshaping our world. I'm your host, and this is the podcast for July 6, 2025. This week, we're witnessing a fascinating and aggressive paradox. On one hand, corporate investment in AI is reaching astronomical new heights, with tech giants placing billion-dollar bets that are fundamentally reshaping their businesses. On the other hand, the societal and ethical fallout is becoming impossible to ignore, from the job market to the very nature of information. Today, we'll explore the immense financial commitments, the frantic game of regulatory catch-up, the very real impact on jobs, and the growing crisis of trust in the content we consume. So, let's get into it. Let's start with the big players, because the scale of investment right now is staggering. First up is Amazon. The company just announced it has deployed its 1 millionth robot across its logistics network. But the bigger story is the system controlling them, a new generative AI called DeepFleet. This isn't just about making robots move faster, it's a sophisticated AI brain designed to optimize the coordination of the entire fleet, aiming to enhance delivery speeds and dramatically improve operational efficiency. It's a powerful example of GenAI moving from a concept to a core driver of industrial automation. Not to be outdone, Chinese e-commerce and technology giant Alibaba has reportedly made a colossal investment of $53 billion into artificial intelligence. This isn't just a casual expenditure, it's a clear signal of aggressive expansion and a strategic move to compete directly with global leaders like OpenAI and DeepMind. This intense focus is translating into massive projected revenues. One prominent tech company, believed to be Apple, is now projecting that its cloud and AI server division could soon generate revenue comparable to its iconic iPhone business. This underscores a monumental shift in the industry. AI is no longer a research department side project. It has become a primary engine for financial growth, attracting massive capital and reshaping the fundamental business models of the world's most powerful corporations. With all this rapid development, regulators and governments are scrambling to keep up, and the last few days have been a whirlwind of policy news. In Europe, officials have delayed the rollout of the Code of Practice, a set of guidelines intended to help businesses comply with the sweeping AI Act. This delay, pushed to the end of the year, gives companies like Google and Meta more time to prepare. However, the main deadlines of the AI Act itself are not changing, creating a tense period of anticipation and preparation. Meanwhile, a significant battle is brewing over intellectual property. A coalition of European media outlets is challenging Google over its use of AI overviews, the AI-generated summaries that now appear at the top of search results. Publishers argue these summaries reduce traffic to their actual websites, threatening the economic foundation of journalism itself. This case could set a crucial precedent for how AI models are legally allowed to use and synthesize copyrighted material. Here in the US, we're seeing a fascinating evolution in legislative thinking. The Senate has officially revised a proposed bill that would have banned AI regulation for 10 years. The new version shortens that ban to 5 years and includes important exceptions for things like child protection and personal data rights. This signals a significant shift away from a hands-off approach to a more nuanced recognition that this powerful technology requires adaptable, thoughtful governance. This conversation is also happening on the global stage. Leaders of the BRICS nations, that's Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, are collectively calling for robust data protections against the unauthorized use of AI. Their joint declaration advocates for global AI governance and, critically, for fair compensation for content creators whose work is used to train AI models. In a similar vein, China is now reportedly open to reviewing its free trade agreement to incorporate specific provisions related to AI and healthcare, showing how deeply AI is becoming integrated into international trade and economic policy. All this innovation and policymaking comes with a profound economic and societal impact, and it's a classic story of two extremes. First, the boom. AI has spurred an investor frenzy that has minted at least 36 new tech unicorns. Private companies valued at over $1 billion in 2025 alone. This surge reflects immense investor confidence and a torrent of capital flowing into the AI startup ecosystem. But there is a starkly different story on the other side of the coin. A new report from Oxford Economics reveals that the unemployment rate for recent college graduates has hit a record high of 6.6%. The report directly links this troubling trend to AI systems replacing the exact kind of entry-level jobs that graduates have historically relied on to start their careers. This isn't just an abstract economic trend, it's a reality being voiced by corporate leaders themselves. Amazon CEO Andy Jassy recently stated that the rapid deployment of generative AI will ultimately mean the company requires fewer employees for certain tasks. We've already seen this in practice with Microsoft, which recently laid off 9,000 employees to reallocate resources toward its AI and cloud infrastructure initiatives. This highlights the disruptive force of AI on the labor market, creating an urgent need for reskilling and a societal conversation about the future of work. This leads us to our final segment, the growing challenges and ethical questions that are casting a shadow over AI's progress. The adoption of AI is moving into specialized professional fields like public relations. PR professionals are now using generative AI for a range of tasks, from extracting data from video reviews to classifying public sentiment, and even rewriting press releases to appeal to specific journalists. But this also raises deep questions about authenticity and ethical communication when pitches are AI customized. More broadly, there is a rising concern about what some are calling sentiment degradation. A study from the AI detection firm Originality.ai found that when large language models like ChatGPT rewrite text, they tend to neutralize the sentiments, stripping out positive or negative emotion. This flattening of content risks creating a bland, soulless information landscape and can subtly alter the author's original intent, exacerbating the age of misinformation. This is compounded by the persistent problem of AI hallucinations, where AI models generate convincing but completely false information. This is under particular scrutiny in consumer-facing industries like auto retail, where accuracy is paramount and errors can have real-world consequences. Finally, these issues are converging in our educational institutions. There's a growing sentiment that universities are losing the plot when it comes to AI. They are struggling to adapt curricula, redesign assessments to prevent AI-driven cheating, and, most importantly, teach students the one thing AI cannot replicate: true human critical thinking. So, we're left at a crossroads. We have unprecedented investment and innovation pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Yet, this is happening alongside significant workforce displacement, complex regulatory challenges, and a crisis of trust in our digital world. The developments of July 6th and 7th make it clear that building a better future with AI isn't just about creating smarter machines, it's about making wiser choices as humans.